Go.
Hello, my name is Natalie and I will talk about teens should not be allowed to travel alone. Do you think teens should be allowed to travel alone? Some teens like traveling and they can see famous and nice things by traveling. But they can face with many risks. So I think teens should not be allowed to travel alone. They can get threatened by the criminal. The criminals think teens are weak when they see teens, so the criminals may harm to teens. The criminals think teens are weak and vulnerable, and they can know teens are traveling alone. If teens travel some places alone, they may face with many risks, so that is very dangerous for teens. And the probability of murdering a child is 90% of the time when a criminal kills a person. Also, if not a murder, bad people can see teens and do enough damage. Teens may prefer traveling alone than with others, but for way of good travel, teens should not be allowed to travel alone. And next, the teens may waste a lot of money by traveling alone. They don't have enough knowledge and decision ability, so they waste a lot and it can be difficult to deal with. Teens are at the height of their interest in everything. Also, they have no plan and they have no idea of wasting money. And the teens don't have any experience and decision ability, so if teens face with decision making, teens may not make a good decision. A teen's parents and other adults made all the decisions by themselves before, so they have no choice but to follow their decision. Therefore, they can waste money by making the wrong choices with little knowledge. They can be faced with many risks. So I think teens should not be allowed to travel alone. I think you could think teens traveling alone is not a good idea, but by listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Go.
Hello, my name is Jacob, and I will tell you about teens traveling alone can cause a serious problem. Do you think teens should be allowed to travel alone? Someone will be saying, of course, but someone will be saying, no, it's too dangerous. My opinion is that teens traveling alone can cause a serious problem for many reasons. First, if teens travel alone, they can get a serious accident, like kidnap, steal the money. This could happen because teens are weaker than adults. In criminal things, they can steal the money from teens easily. So teens can be a target by criminals. In fact, kidnapping, stealing, and killing are getting more and more serious and scarier than before. Seriously, some of the criminals kidnap and do it to give them money. If kids' parents don't give them money, the criminals could kill them. And they can be injured by transportation, fall down at a high place, and etc. Second, they are not good at making decisions and coping with crises. So if they are addicted to bad things such as game, illegal gambling, and etc. And if they are parents, then they can control themselves well. But without parents, you can lose money without thinking. You can waste money. If we waste money a lot of time, you can lose money when you really need it. And if we aren't under the control with coping with crisis, then we can get hurt. Lots of things can get our curiosity when we see something. So we touch it and it explodes or something, it will be too dangerous for us. With all of these reasons, teens traveling alone is dangerous. So if we are teens, then we should need parents. If we want to travel alone, then I think we should be about 20 years old. I think I can travel alone when I'm teens because it's too dangerous. If I had to travel alone, then I will travel alone when I become 20 years old. Thank you.
Go!
In the book, it says 13-year-old Brian travels alone to visit his father. Do you have experience of traveling alone like Brian? Then, do you think it is good to allow teens to travel alone? I think teens should not travel alone. Brian, who have been traveling alone, have been cursed too. So, I think teens should not travel alone. First, teens cannot make good decisions because they don't have much experience and knowledge to make good decisions. For example, teens can waste money by exaggerated advertisement. And if teens have to make decisions, they may choose wrong one and the wrong decision can lead to serious accident. For example, teens have to choose taxi or motorcycle to ride, and they choose motorcycle because it only costs little money. But motorcycle is dangerous to ride. If it can cost a little money, but an accident can happen. Second, teens can find themselves in a dangerous situation because, like I said at the first, wrong decision can be dangerous. For example, the robbers only target little and young children to rob. There are other dangers too, like facing kidnapper and getting lost. Teens can lost where to go to. For example, the airport is complicated and confusing to find the way, and emergency situation can happen too. Delaying plane is dangerous because from this incident, it is very hard to understand how to do and what to do for the children. If it is worse, teens may miss the plane. Therefore, falling in danger and making the wrong decision can be dangerous for teens when they travel alone. So, I think teens should not travel alone. I hope this presentation helps yourself to think. Do you still think teens it is good to be allowed to travel alone? Thank you for listening.
Go!
Hello, my name is Carla. Today, how do you think when you see teens travel alone? Today I will tell you about why teens travel alone. Why teens should not be allowed to travel alone. I will tell you about why I think that teens should not be allowed to travel alone. First, teens can find themselves in a dangerous situation. If they have a serious accident, there is no one to help the teens. As a result, the teens can get sicker. If the teens have an accident like Brian, who is the main character of Hatchet, we might not be able to see the teens anymore. They can be robbed, kidnapped, or get lost. The teens will be more dangerous. Like I said, if the teens are robbed, kidnapped, or get lost where there is no one, we might not be able to see the teens anymore. Even if there's someone else, he or she might be unless to help. Second, teens may not make good decisions. They may waste all of their traveling money. If the teens spend the money that they have to spend for a week in a day, it will be hard for them to live for the rest of the day. And they don't have enough knowledge and experience to make good decisions. So they may get lost at the airport or bus stop and somewhere. They don't know how to get to the airport and get on the plane, and how should they go to the travel destination. I think that teens should not be allowed to travel alone because they can find themselves in a dangerous situation, and they may not make good decisions. I think that teens should not be allowed to travel alone. I hope my presentation will help family who fight over travel problem. Thank you for listening.
Go!
Hello, my name is Jessie. Have you ever done traveling alone when you were teens? I
I'd like to tell you about why teens are not allowed to travel alone.
Teens can find themselves in dangerous situations. First, they can have a serious accident. When the teens travel alone, they don't have someone to care, so they might fall down or get scratched. And teens might get lost their way, so they might not know how to go back to their house. Second, they can be robbed, kidnapped, or lost. Everywhere there is a thief that could steal teen stuff, so they can go back to their house with nothing. And there is a crime incident, so they might kidnapped. The criminal might kill the teens or sell them for money. Maybe the criminal might tell teens to beg money. Teens may not make good decisions. First, they might waste all of their traveling money. If they use all of their money, the money by buying foods to eat and some expensive souvenir, so they might need money when they are in a very important or dangerous situation. Second, they don't have enough knowledge and experience to make good decisions. Maybe teens haven't made their own decisions before. Teens only listen to their parents or their friends' decisions, so they can't make their own decisions, so they don't know what to do. As you can see, teens are not allowed to travel alone because it is dangerous and they are not adults. I don't want all the teens to travel alone, and parents should not let teens to travel alone.